Hello, chess enthusiasts and strategists. Today, we delve into the elegant and intricate world of the closed variation of the Catalan Opening. This opening, known for its rich positional play and strategic depth, offers a perfect blend of creativity and technical prowess. As we navigate through the moves, we'll uncover the subtle nuances and strategic intentions that make the Catalan a favorite among grandmasters and amateurs alike. The Catalan Opening is a highly respected and often employed opening at all levels of chess. It combines the solidity of Queen's Gambit structures with the fianchetto of the kingside bishop, typical of the Indian defenses. This dynamic and flexible opening leads to a variety of complex middle game positions, each requiring precise play and deep understanding. 1. d4. Knight f6. White opens with the queen's pawn, asserting central control and preparing to dictate the game's pace. Black responds with knight f6, a flexible and solid move, targeting the e4 square and preparing for various Indian defense setups. 2. c4. e6. White expands in the center with c4, paving the way for a typical queen's pawn opening structure. Black's e6 prepares for d5, challenging White's center and harmoniously developing the light-squared bishop. 3. g3. d5. White opts for a kingside fianchetto with g3, indicating the setup for the Catalan Opening. This move prepares to place the bishop on the long diagonal, exerting pressure on the center. Black counters with d5, the standard response, solidifying the center. 4. Bishop g2. Bishop e7. The bishop's development to g2 completes the fianchetto, reinforcing White's control over the central dark squares. Black's bishop e7 is a classical developing move, preparing for kingside castling and supporting the d5 pawn. 5. Knight f3, castle. White develops the knight to f3, targeting the central squares and supporting d4. Black castles, achieving king safety, a key objective in the opening phase. In these first 5 moves, we see the initial formation of the closed Catalan structure. White aims for a solid yet flexible setup with the potential for central expansion, while Black develops harmoniously, ensuring a strong central presence and king safety. 6. Knight d2. c5. White's knight move to d2 is a strategic redeployment, eyeing the central squares and supporting the e4 push. Black responds with c5, challenging White's central pawn structure and seeking to activate the queenside pieces. 7. c5. Knight c6. White captures on c5, initiating exchanges to open the position. Black's knight move to c6 recaptures the pawn, maintaining a strong presence in the center and creating potential for dynamic play. 8. Castle. h6. White castles, ensuring king safety and connecting the rooks, a crucial step in developing the position. Black plays h6, a preventive move restricting White's bishop and knight, and preparing to expand on the king side. 9. d5. Queen d5. White decides to open the center further with d5. Black's queen captures on d5, centralizing the queen while keeping an eye on the a2-g8 diagonal. 10. b4. Knight b4. White advances the pawn to b4, beginning queenside expansion and creating tension. Black's knight jumps to b4, targeting the d3 bishop and applying pressure. 11. Queen b3, queen b3. White's queen move to b3, attacks the black queen and covers critical squares on the queen side. Black exchanges queens on b3, a decision that simplifies the position, but also hands over the initiative to White. 12. Knight b3, knight c6. The recapture with the knight on b3 develops the knight to a more active square, eyeing the central and queenside squares. Black repositions the knight to c6, maintaining pressure in the center. 13. Rook d1, a5. White places the rook on d1, targeting the d-file and aligning it opposite Black's queen. Black's pawn push to a5 challenges White's queenside structure and aims to create weaknesses. 14. Bishop b2, a4. The bishop's development to b2 places it on the long diagonal, adding pressure to Black's center. Black pushes the pawn to a4, fixing the weakness on b3 and limiting the mobility of White's knight. 15. Knight d4, bishop d7. White's knight leap to d4 centralizes the knight, attacking the e6 pawn and threatening to jump into Black's camp. Black's bishop comes out to d7, supporting Black's position. We see the game transitioning from the opening into a rich and complex middle game. Both sides are vying for control, with White focusing on central and queenside play, while Black seeks counterplay on the kingside and center. The position is balanced but tense, with opportunities for both sides to seize the initiative. As we move past the 15th move in the closed variation of the Catalan, the game enters a phase rich with strategic depth and tactical possibilities. The position is dynamically balanced, with both sides having their trumps and challenges. White, having more space on the queen side, should continue to exploit this advantage. The knight on d4 is superbly placed, and the bishop on b2 exerts pressure along the long diagonal. White's strategy should revolve around leveraging these pieces, while considering a timely e4-e5 pawn push to challenge Black's knight and open lines in the center. Black, on the other hand, has a solid but somewhat cramped position. The moves a5 and a4 have created potential weaknesses in White's pawn structure, which can be targeted. Black needs to find active play, possibly by repositioning the knight from c6 and preparing for central or kingside expansion. The bishop on c8, though momentarily passive, has potential to become a strong attacking piece. As the game moves towards the endgame, the pawn structures and piece activity will play a crucial role. Both sides need to be cautious of pawn weaknesses and look for opportunities to invade the opponent's camp. White's control of the d-file is a significant advantage, while Black must find counteractive measures to challenge White's plans. This exploration of the Catalan Closed Variation highlights the importance of strategic planning and positional understanding in chess. It shows how every move in the opening sets the stage for the complex battles of the middle game. We hope this deep dive into the Catalan Opening has enriched your understanding of this fascinating and strategically profound opening. Whether you choose to adopt it in your games or simply appreciate its intricacies, the lessons learned here are invaluable for your overall chess development. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Catalan maze. Stay tuned for more insightful explorations into the world of chess openings. Until next time, keep sharpening your strategic skills and enjoying the beautiful game of chess.